Hey guys, it's 7 Ninja, and today we'll be talking about what I think could fix Marvel Avengers. Well, not necessarily fix, but what would help a lot of people stay in the game. So, the number one thing that I think everyone's having a problem with is that there's no new places, there's no new things to do. The Tachyon Rifts are really just old missions, but with a timer, or you're speedrunning the mission. And yeah, it's something sure to do, but the problem is that there's nothing coming from the Tachyon Rifts that you can't already get from other modes. There's no special gear for that. And sure, there are Tachyon Rift gear, but why would I run that if the gear that I have the gear that I had before I got to Tachyon Rifts was better than the Tachyon Rift gear? So for me, just going off of my own play experience, I think the biggest issue that all players are having is that there's really nothing new. And so really it's kind of two pieces of that, two parts to this. Number one, I think Marvel Avengers needs to increase their power cap. So what do I mean by that? So I'm not just talking about we go from 150 up to 10, so it'd be 160. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm thinking something substantial. It needs to be something is like how we got the 150, right? It needs to be a gap in between. So if they decide that they want to go let's say maybe 200's the power gap again, or maybe they want to go 250, right? Just some arbitrary number, right? Giving us something to grind for is the number one thing that people are gonna want. So first off, if you want to if you want people to play on your harder difficulties, if you want people to explore and make builds, then maybe you need to first off fix the looting system. But I think we can't even get into that right now, because regardless of how loot actually is, people are more likely willing to deal with that because the gameplay at least feels nice. But the problem people are going to have is that they're running through these missions over and over and over again, and they've got nothing new to do. I mean, we're talking about, like I said, Tachyon Rifts are a thing, priority missions are a thing, flashback missions are a thing. They're all really the same thing, just with a new coat of paint. This one just happened to have a new feature, really. What I think people want, though, let's go back to number one thing I always seen on Reddit was people wanting to do the campaign over, because of the just cinematic feel, the story, right? I think people want more story missions. I think that's the main thing. We're not talking about just purely story only. Sure, we want more regular gameplay missions to do, and sure we want raids, and we want we want new activities. Sure, we do. That's not a lie. Everyone wants that. But I think the problem right now is that the things that we can do are repetitive. They're literally the same thing over and over and over again. Even if you're not doing a hive, you're probably going to go into an aim base, and you're probably going to go fight down, go up an elevator, fight some adaptoids, whatever, maybe capture a point, go back down, kill some adaptoids, exos, whatever, and then maybe you might go back outside, you might just finish inside the aim lab. But every area is that, and the issue is that, not that it's aim per se, but the idea is that you're always dealing with inside of a building, usually finishing inside of a building, and you're usually fighting adaptoids or whatever. Look, I'm not gonna act like I know every intricacies of how to design villains, the coding behind it, and how to design art. I'm not the best artist or whatever, but I think the biggest issue that everyone really has is that there's nothing new to do. What I think they could do, number one, so Thor iconic missions, right? We have a whole snowy location. We only use that twice. I would love to go do just some more story missions there. I would love to do some more story missions in Snowy Tundra, Utah Badlands, but the only story missions you have are the ones for the campaign, which I do remember them saying something about being able to do those all over again. But the issue is, I don't think everyone's gonna rerun the story. I don't think you can grab people back from just running the story. New Game Plus is not that great on a game that's supposed to be live service. Okay, if it was something like Spider-Man PS4, right, or Ghost of Tsushima, like, sure, fine, New Game Plus, everyone loves that. But this isn't that type of game, like, and so the biggest problem people are gonna have is, well, there's supposed to be new stuff, but where's the new stuff? Now, I'll admit, now everyone's probably not at max cap. Everyone's probably not leveled up all their characters and all that. But the issue is that people don't want to do that. And well, when it comes to all the characters. But the other issue is that people being at max cap is not really. I don't think you can. I don't think you can actually gauge that as people on in-game. A lot of people are actually farming for the loot that is just what they want, and so they're already at really in-game. It's just a matter of getting the right loot. But like that aside, the biggest issue that Marvel Avengers has right now, I've been on little tangents here and there, but the biggest issue that I believe Marvel Avengers has is not that the loot is as bad as it is. It is bad. Don't get me wrong, it is bad. It's not trash. Could be way worse, but it is bad. But the issue is not really the loot. The issue really isn't even the enemies, to be honest. I mean, the enemies we could use some more variants. You know, there's there's Hydra. There's like the demons from Dormammu. We've got the whole Venom symbiote, like the symbiotes guys. Like, you know, just go somewhere else, right? And you know, have some more enemies. Maybe make some more robots or something. I mean, people are tired of fighting robots, but people are willing to fight more robots with different designs, with different attacks. People are willing to do that, and so it's like, what I think people really want is just to have something new to do. Okay, I realize that, you know, it's like I said, it's not that easy just to do, you know, coding and all that. I realize that I've done some coding in my life, but the issue I still see is that it's boring. There's nothing new to do. When I saw that they were talking about delaying the Kate Bishop and Clint Barton DLC, I think because of bugs. My first thought was, why would you do that? You don't have the room to do that. I could see if this was like early on and you had said something about, hey, we gotta delay the DLC because of bugs. If they would have done that, sure. But if you guys seen my earlier video, I said they didn't say a word. And so any trust, any faith that they already had is gone from most of the community. Like, PCs are mostly gone too, but like the idea that they think they have the room, the time to do something like that. Sure, consoles probably, a lot of console players are on there, but you gotta think, console players don't have as many games as PC players. That's just a fact. Sure, we've kind of got like DC Universe, but to be honest, like DC Universe is, it's old. Let's be real. I mean, it's better than some of the games, but to be completely honest, DC Universe is a really old game, and that's going to be the closest game we've got to Marvel Avengers. So, bottom line, if you don't get anything else from this video, the Marvel Avengers community really just wants new locations. Look, at the end of the day, I don't think people care too much about that raid. Look, the power cap's 150. Not 150, but 140. And people aren't going to grind for polycharons too much longer. People really just want more places to go. Hold back the raid, give us more new story content, give us more new locations, and I really do believe a lot of people will come back. I think that's the biggest reason a lot of people came back to Destiny. That sure, Destiny has PvP and it has good gameplay, but I don't think a lot of people would have just came. Well, they have a new survival mode, or oh, this and that and the other, because it's just like, it's still the same link at the end of the day. But yeah, I think like stuff, new locations, new lines, what people do. Anyway, guys, thanks. It's a little bit of a rant. I mean, I know some of my videos are like rants, but they're really just this is my thoughts well thought out. I feel like if I tried to do like a real structured essay, it wouldn't turn out as good as I'd want it, because I'd start trying to freestyle it anyway. So yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked this content, leave a comment. It's really a discussion at the end of the day. Like, what are you looking forward to in Marvel Avengers? What are you hoping for? For me, it's really more story. I want it to be able to play, the MCU movies. I want it to be able to play like these big events in the comics. I want it to be able to do that, and I still think we can. I just think that they need to get it on the roll. And if you heard how I felt in my earlier videos, I feel like we need to focus more on the multiplayer aspect and allow single player stuff to be focused on iconic missions only. But yeah, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.